Hi everyone, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. So in this video, I want to talk a little bit about the Sebastian Rogers case. I still feel that he's alive. I still feel that in my heart, and I hope I'm right. But there were just a couple kind of issues I want to discuss, and one of them is there are a very small handful of YouTubers that I have discovered are like helping with the search for Sebastian. I mean, there are several YouTubers that are helping with the search for Sebastian, and I'm not talking about all of them because some of them are, I'm perfectly cool with, but there are like a very small handful, just a couple, maybe three, that are acting like they're helping to search for Sebastian, but it's just for the purpose of content. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think it's admirable if you want to help and you're able to do so and you're out there and you're helping. I think it's admirable, but you shouldn't be doing it for content just so you can get love from the people. Help out of the goodness of your heart. And there are several YouTubers who are there searching, who are filming their experience and sharing details of the experience of searching without trying to suck in applause. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Oh, and there's one particular YouTuber who I'm not going to name, but I will say they are in Florida, and they are faking helping with the search. And this is how I know this. There are, and it's a very small channel, and I'm not going to name them and make them look bad because it's a small channel and they're probably still learning on these YouTube streets. But they are in Florida. I know that that person is in Florida, and they are doing a search, but they're not in Tennessee. They're not where the searches are taking place. Granted, Sebastian can be anywhere, but this individual, they are pretending to search. I can tell by the way they're dressed. They're still in Florida. I can tell by the park. They're looking through a park. It's not the woods. It's a cutout park. And they were searching around this abandoned like farmhouse, which is at a public park, a city park near us. And I recognized it. I have many photos of it because it's a great photography spot. And I saw this and I called Eric into the room. I'm like, look at this. Isn't this that park? And they were like, and he said, yeah, that's the park. So that person, they're totally faking helping to look for Sebastian. In the meantime, they're getting views and they're getting comments like, you're so great for helping, and and I think that's probably one of the most terrible things I've seen a YouTuber do in terms of these missing children. And then there are a couple other YouTubers who I believe are legitimately there helping with the search, but they're like vlogging it for content. They're not, and they may be helping. Hey, what's up?
Did you already go to the store?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I was just wondering if you still needed to go. I was going to go with you.
Oh, did you need to go?
No.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Love you.
Love you too.
But there are also some YouTubers who are helping with the search, who are just sharing their experience. And I think that's important too, because there are probably viewers out there who are wondering what it's like, who are maybe shy about if something like this happens in their area and they want to help with the search. Maybe you can help them understand what it's like. You know what I mean? and YouTubers are just kind of, those YouTubers are just kind of sharing their experience and what it's like to do this. Whereas there are a very, very small amount of YouTubers who are using it opportunistically. Now, I don't want to shut down those YouTubers. I don't want to shut them up because they're still talking about Sebastian. They're getting Sebastian's picture out there. And to me, that's important. So, yeah. The reason I cover Sebastian is because I actually care what happens to people, and I want him to be found. And there are other children who aren't talked about. I don't think I have the list in here right now that I'm going to be talking about. I'm just trying to find more information about them so I can give useful information out. There are children who are missing who aren't talked about for whatever reason. And I'm happy to say that I had several kids on my list. And when I went through to look for information on each one, most of them I was able to cross out because they had been found, either taken by an ex, like the non-custodial parent, or ran away and was found, you know, for whatever reason. So I am happy to say a lot of them were crossed off the list, but there are still a lot more children out there that aren't on that list yet. So yeah, but anyway, I hope that made sense to you. It's just something I noticed that is irritating to me, especially the one that is in Florida and is clearly looking in a Florida park, like a state park, at a farmhouse that I've been to a million times. And it's right on the river, and the river was behind her, like our river, and it's completely recognizable. I mean, anybody would know, anybody in the area that is searching for Sebastian, actually searching, if they see that, they would know, girl, you're not here, or individual, you're not here. You're somewhere else. And again, granted, Sebastian could be anywhere. He very well can be in that state park. But anyway. But at the same time, she is sharing his picture and stuff on her YouTube channel. So that's good too. I just gendered that person again. Oh well. You shouldn't be doing things that are wrong. Okay, another issue I wanted to address is looky-loos. And what I mean by looky-loos are people that I feel like they don't really care. Like, for example, with not Sebastian, but with Madeline Soto, I feel like there are a lot of people who, they don't care about Madeline because they just want the dirty details. They want the gritty, gory details and the horrible information. Like when I mentioned that I read the full affidavit of those additional charges that were levied against him, people were sending me emails and stuff. Tell me what was on it. What was on it? Do you have it? Can I have a copy of it? And no, I'm not sharing that information. It is horrific, and I'm not sharing it. I wish I never saw it. So it's these looky-loos that I feel they don't really care. They just want the gross, gory details. They're looky-loos is what I call them. And again, there's not a lot of them, but you know, I like to think, at least all of my viewers, for the most part, I feel care. I feel care. Except for that person that left me a weird comment about the Frankie children. Who, that person has been hidden from my channel, though. And now, the last thing I want to address, and I want to approach this delicately as possible, but it's the pissing contest in the Sebastian Rogers case. It's the whole thing. It should all be about finding Sebastian. But because of Chris Proudfoot, he's like trying to hose down the decks and be like, I'm a man. I don't have to take a lie detector test from Nancy Grace because I'm a man. You know, it's like, and Seth is, I don't have a problem with Seth. I think it's great that he's looking for Sebastian. He wants to find him. He's worried about him. He loves him. But I feel like Chris Proudfoot, just his existence is dragging out some of the rage in Seth. Which that's good, because he can use that rage to power him to look for Sebastian. But I just feel like it's just looking like a pissing contest. And with the Cajun Navy guy, it's just, I don't know what I think about this Cajun Navy situation, but I do want to show this clip from Nancy Grace.
I heard some of the threats myself, recorded threats. But could you succinctly, in a nutshell, explain what type of threats have been leveled against members of the Cajun Navy who are out trying to find Sebastian?
Basically just a lot of, we're going to run you out of town. We're going to dox you. We're going to, tell everybody where your family lives, things like that. But, Nancy, what we've found is that we've run background checks on all the people that have made these threats. They thought they could remain anonymous, and they're all career criminals. They all have rap sheets a mile long. So criminal activity is nothing new to them. So it doesn't surprise us that they would have the gumption to go ahead and make threats like this. But I think what they were mistaken is when they thought there was going to be no retaliation. And when we basically started exposing these people and putting information out there, boy, they really freaked out. So my message to those people making threats, if you'll stop lying about the United Cajun Navy, we'll stop telling the truth about you.
Okay, you know what? I don't really care, Brian, who's lying on who. Those are just words. I care about finding Sebastian, and I care about someone trying to torpedo the search, be it.
And so, yeah, that right there, and Nancy's not impressed. It shouldn't be about hosing down the decks with testosterone. It should be about finding Sebastian, and do not let yourself get distracted by anything else. Now, I know that there are people who, for some reason, don't want them to find Sebastian, and I don't know why. I can't wrap my head around that crap. I have no idea why. It's absolutely awful, and these people are horrible, and I think it's coming from the Proudfoots. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't want Sebastian to be found. And this has been said. This has been, watch other YouTubers. This Chris Proudfoot garbage human being, all but said, quit looking for him, or I'm going to start spilling secrets. Well, Seth beat him at his own game by spilling the secret for him. So it's just, I'm just going to insert various clips here. Yeah.
That someone is also trying to sabotage your search for your own son. What's happening?
Somebody doesn't want me to find my son. They have been there's things that have been coming in off the internet that I need to stop searching for him. I've had people following me around since I would say day 9, day 10. People have been following me around. Once I started getting volunteers to help me, they started following around my volunteers, trying to be an intimidative factor. And now I found out that not only that, but they're going back to where we've already flyered.
So anyway, I just wanted to share that because it's so disturbing to me. Like, why? Now, I'm not a Nancy Grace fan, so I know I've been talking about her a lot lately, but I'm just trying to absorb everything about Sebastian because I want to hear it the second they find him. So I'm just watching everything and looking at everything and reading everything, and I just so want them to find him. And I know we all do. And I think we're all hoping the best, and just keep those positive vibes going, and help look, if you can, share his picture, and stay positive. And I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll talk to all of you later. Bye.